What if you've been creating your life all along, but you've been doing it unconsciously? Most people spend their lives waiting for something outside of themselves to change, a better job, more money, better relationships. But the real change starts the moment you change who you believe that you are. Today, I'm going to share with you why I believe that escaping the matrix begins with changing your identity, not waiting for your circumstances to change. My name is Mark, aka Create Lifestyle. I help people, especially those over 50, break out of outdated beliefs so that they can create freedom, abundance, peace of mind, residual income, and leave a powerful legacy. And if you're under 50, these principles can help you avoid years of unnecessary struggle and accelerate your growth. I call all of this escaping the matrix. One of the biggest lessons that I've learned is that your outer life is a reflection of your inner life. A friend of mine used to say that to me all the time, and I just couldn't get it until years later. So if you understand what I just said, you are waking up, and this message is for you. So understand that we spend years trying to change our circumstances while we're carrying the same beliefs, the same fears, the same identity. If nothing changes inside, very little changes outside. Think about it. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, you're too old, I'm always broke, your brain starts looking for evidence to support that story, and eventually that story becomes your reality, not because you're incapable, but because you're reinforcing that same identity. Now, the Matrix, it loves this. It wants to keep you distracted, it wants to keep you reacting, it wants to keep you comparing yourself to everybody else. It puts you living on autopilot. But freedom begins the moment you become aware of the things or the stories that you're telling yourself, because awareness gives you a choice. Instead of asking, how do I get the life I want? Ask, who do I need to become? That's where everything begins to change. Your habits start changing, your conversations change, your decisions change, and over time, your life begins to change. Now, I'm not saying sit back and wait. Yes, you got to take action. Another mentor of mine, he says that conscious thought times action equals manifestation. And we're talking now about alignment, where your thoughts and your actions have to line up. Alignment, right? So let your actions come from the identity of the person that you're becoming, not from the fear, not from desperation, but from your purpose. This is the reason I talk a lot about affiliate marketing and building residual income. Not because it's easy, but because it requires you to grow. It forces you to become a better communicator, a better leader, better problem solver. It's the income that matters. You literally grow into your higher version of yourself, or you grow into a better person. But the person you become, it really even matters more than the money. Hard thing to understand because when we get involved with creating residual income, our main goal is just to create the money. But as we move along the path, we find that we are evolving into our higher selves. Anyway, just remember, the greatest prison is not made of concrete. It's made of your limiting beliefs. When you change your identity, you change your decisions. When you change your decisions, you change your future. And like I always like to say, the only way out is in. So subscribe, follow, stick with me. This is the types of things that I talk about, and together we're going to break out of this matrix. And also share this with somebody that's ready to escape this matrix. Understand your future isn't created by waiting for life to change. It's created the moment you begin to become the person capable of living it. Peace, one love, and control your destiny.